Hello and welcome. My name is Angie Holden and I'm the blogger behind The Country Chic Cottage. We're going to make this adorable summer pizza pan wreath with Testors craft paints today. So this video is sponsored by Testors, however all projects and opinions are my own. I'm going to use Testors spray paint as well as their acrylic paint to paint just a pizza pan from the dollar store, add a little bit of vinyl, add a ribbon bow, and you're ready for summer on your front porch. So first, let's take a look at the supplies we're going to use. Here are the supplies you're going to need. So you're going to need your pizza pan itself, and any pizza pan will do. Then you're going to need Testors craft spray paint in this cute pink color, and I will link to where I purchased everything below and some different options for purchasing so that you can find these at a source near you. And then I'm using Testors craft acrylic paint in two different greens for the watermelon rind itself. Paintbrush, ribbon, as well as a zip tie to make a bow, and I have 3 different kinds of ribbon. This portion doesn't matter, whatever kind of ribbon you would like. Then some scissors, and then I've used my Cricut machine to cut black and white vinyl, and it says welcome. And then I've cut some teardrop shapes for our watermelon seeds, and I went ahead and cut and weeded those with a weeding tool, and then I have some transfer tape to actually add them to the wreath itself. So now let's go ahead and head outside and spray paint this with the Testors gloss. So we're just going to spray paint over the pizza pan with a couple of coats of the paint. I just use light coats to spray paint over the top of this. 1 light coat, allow it to dry a few minutes, then add another light coat until it is completely covered. I went ahead and covered the entire thing in pink just so I didn't have to mask anything off. And we'll add the rind portion after this pink dries. I allowed the spray paint to dry for about 24 hours, and now we're going to paint the border on our watermelon. So I'm going to use the avocado Testors craft paint around the very outside edge of my pizza pan. And then I'm going to use seafoam inside that avocado to give kind of a double layer to the rind portion of our watermelon door hanger. So I have the avocado out first, and I'm just going to apply that to sort of the rim of the pizza pan. Now this does not have to be perfect. A watermelon rind, if you look at it, is not perfect. So you can just kind of get this paint on here. It probably will take a few coats. I'll let it dry in between coats and do probably 3 coats on the rind, then come back with the lighter green and do the inside edge. Now you can make this as thick as you would like. I'm going to stick to the pizza pan rim, but if you wanted to make it thicker, you absolutely could. So I'm going to continue painting and we'll come back and take a look at how to finish this off. This is the result after about 4 coats of the avocado, and now I have the seafoam, and I have a brush approximately the width of where I want to put the paint. I was not too careful with my darkest color, and again, it's a watermelon rind, so it can have some imperfections, but I may be a little more careful with this color. And we're just going to put it around this edge of the pizza pan, all the way around. Again, it will take several coats of this paint to cover up the pink. The pizza pan itself is painted, so after the spray paint dried, I added the avocado around the outside, about 4 coats. The seafoam to the inside, about 3 coats is what it took me. So now that everything's on there and dry, let's add some vinyl to the spray paint portion. So let's talk about adding vinyl to spray paint. So my first recommendation would be, if you can, to allow the spray paint to cure for 72 hours before adding any vinyl to it, so that the transfer tape or anything doesn't peel up your spray painted surface. Now, if you can't wait, let's talk about what you want to do. So I have my black vinyl piece on a piece of transfer tape, and I have my white vinyl outline that I used the offset feature in Cricut Design Space to create. And I'm going to put these two together. So I'm going to put the black with the white. So I'm going to put those one on top of one another, burnish it down well. Now the white offset is one single piece. So what I'm going to do is remove this transfer tape. So if we don't use transfer tape to add our design to the pizza pan, you would not necessarily have to wait the 72 hours. I would still recommend waiting 24 hours, making sure everything's dry. But I'm just going to peel this piece off here. It's now one piece on the white, and I can just peel it off and add it to the center of the pizza pan. So I'll just peel the backing back like this is just one big sticker, and then I'll add the sticker to the center of the pizza pan itself. Just kind of find the location you want on your pizza pan. I'm going to do it slightly off center, a little down to leave room for our bow. Then just put it into place and press it down. And now you have your welcome on your pan, and you can just randomly add watermelon seeds. So I wanted these random, not in any location. So I'm just gonna kind of peel and stick them around my pizza pan to make my watermelon. So let's make the bow for this wreath. So I have a couple different types of ribbon, and I've cut them out to like 7.5 inches long. And I kind of made the edges angled, or in this case a little V in the edge. However you want to do this does not matter. And then we're going to need to make a super simple bow. So I'm just going to stack these like this. And then you can do this portion in like any order you would like. So I'm just going to put all the pink on top. And then you just want to scrunch the middle and add your zip tie. So I'm going to scrunch the center and add the zip tie. Now you're going to cover the zip tie up, so you'll notice I have a black one. It's really long. Does not matter. Whatever color you have on hand will work. You just want to cinch that center really, really tightly. So got it all cinched, and then I'm going to cut off all that excess, and then I'm going to use a small scrap piece to cover that up. So there you have kind of a messy bow that looks super cute on a wreath like this. And then once we have that all glued, I'll just glue this to the top of the wreath. Then you can just kind of pick an area where you like your bow to be. So I kind of like mine off center, but you could put it in the middle if you would like. So I'm going to kind of put it over here to the side, and just a little hot glue, and glue that right into place. Then you can add something to the back like a ribbon to hang it up, and your pizza pan wreath is done. Now, if you're going to use this pizza pan wreath outside, I would use permanent vinyl, and then I would probably use a couple of coats of sealer over the top. Like something like polyacrylic. 2 coats over the entire thing will keep that vinyl in place for a really long time. And I would probably do that before I added the bow, so over the entire surface. That way it stays in really good shape, your vinyl doesn't come off, that type of thing. Then all that's left to do is to hang this one on your door. So I'm going to use mine actually on an internal door, so I don't have to worry about the ceiling portion. But just note that if you're going to use it on an external door. Otherwise, head to the description below, because you will find the links for where to find Testors craft paints so you can make a wreath of your own. I am in love with this pink color, especially for this watermelon, and then the addition of the 2 greens just makes it perfect to me. So hopefully you love it as well. If you do, drop us a comment below, tell us what you like about it, and ask any questions that you might have. If you like this video, give us a thumbs up. And if you haven't already, head on over to our YouTube channel, hit that subscribe button. We have videos just like this one every single week, and trust me, you don't want to miss any of those, especially when I make dollar store crafts with pizza pans. So thank you all so much for joining me, and I'll see you next week. Bye-bye.